Good evening. My name is Michelle Howard, and I will be interviewing a few of the Chicago torture victims. They are also co-authors of this book, Torture by Blue, the Chicago Police Torture Story. This book can be purchased on Amazon.com and Barnes & Nobles. I'm going to let this gentleman right here introduce himself to you all. Can you tell your viewers your name and your age?
Yes. Hello everyone, my name is Ronald. I'm 53 years old, and I'm also a survivor of torture of John Burge and his cronies, known notorious officers that have tortured numerous of black and brown brothers for over 30-some years. I'm also a survivor.
Okay, can you tell me when and why you were arrested?
I was arrested in 1988 for 5 counts of murder, which initiated from auto theft, and went to murder. So yes.
It went from auto theft to murder?
Yes.
How was that possible?
Well, I was standing in front of a game room that me and my mom used to own back in the day. We was going to close it down. So the officer Dowling that he patrolled the neighborhood told me that he hadn't seen me for a minute. So one thing led to another. He seen me again. He pulled me over and actually, said that my house was raided. I told him no. At the same time, an unmarked car pulled up. Told me that somebody just pointed me out for stealing their car. This was just to get me down to 39th Street in California for the actual reason, and that which was 5 counts of murder, of homicide, 3 kids and 2 women.
Oh, wow. Can you tell us about your torture?
I was tortured over 17 hours by John Burge, Michael Keel, Smith, and Byron. I was beat with blackjacks, kicks, punch, grind, in the testicles. You name it, it happened.
Wow. Can you tell me how old you were at that time?
I had just turned 22 at the time, yes.
Do you remember whether the officers were white or black?
Each and every one of them was white officers.
Wow.
Yes.
Can you tell us who was the top state's attorney when you
At the time when I went to jail, Richard Daly was the top state's attorney, and Dick Devine was his #1.
Okay. Do you remember who was the state's attorney when you went on trial?
Dick Devine. I believe it was Mayor Daly, Richard Daly at the time on the trial. Yes.
Okay. What year was that?
This is 1988. I went to trial in 1990.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was. Can you tell me, did the state's attorney's office ever tell you or your attorneys that there were other torture victims that had made claims against the same officer?
My feelings on that is, why would they sit up there and tell us that they have other black and brown brothers making the same claim against the same officers? So that will open up the door of the hell gates for the city of Chicago, as far as lawsuits and letting brothers and sisters out of jail. Don't forget now, sisters was getting tortured too by the police officers and was sent to jail for life, had life sentence. Even a couple, I think one was on death row, if I'm not mistaken. So this is not something that somebody, especially the state's attorney office or the police, go around telling defense attorneys, well, we know John Burge committed a heinous act of torture, so we're going to give you other people that he tortured so y'all get together. It don't happen like that.
So, you already explained some of my next questions. I was going to ask you, why do you believe the state's attorney's office kept that away from you?
It's a known fact. To keep it away from us, that's a bigger lawsuit, but they done spend over, $100 million of cashing up money to torture survivors already, and then on top of that, they done spent like $10 to $15 million of representing John Burge in these acts. and Michael Kill and whatever officer was in his clan at the time. So, you know, the protection of John Burge, Michael Kill, Smith, Byron, and Boudreaux, all these officers that was under John Burge when he committed these acts, the city of Chicago have still and is still protecting them.
Protecting the officers.
As far as getting them lawyering them up and stuff like that. Yes.
So, can you tell me when did you find out about the other torture victims?
Well, I found out about other torture victims when I ended up on death row. I got found guilty in 1990, went to death row in, I think November 3rd of 1990. And then I met Stanley Howard, who was a legal genius to me, because without him putting together what he put together, a lot of brothers wouldn't be free right to this day. When he put together the Death Row 10, Death Row 10 it was 10 guys. It was actually more than 10 guys.
Yeah, I think it was 12.
It was 12. It was more than 10 guys that actually had this claim, but the Death Row 12 don't have that catch. But the Death Row 10 has a good ring to it, but because that's a known fact now. It's a book and a patent that's out there. That you know, hey, Death Row 10 made me famous.
Okay. So, can you tell me how and why did you get out of prison?
I got out of prison, and well, not just me. Marvin Reeves and myself, we walked in together in 1988, and we walked out together in 2009, July 7th of 2009, at 4:30.
Okay. On
the very same day. We got out. It wasn't no technicality. We didn't get out on the technicality. We didn't get out that, you know, some people believe that's still coming after us. Believe that we got out on a technicality, or that the Governor Ryan did us a favor. Governor Ryan, he did a tremendous job. He went against the grain.
Yeah.
But we didn't get out because Governor Ryan pardoned us. We got out on actual innocence from the judge at 26 in California. That's how we got free.
Okay, and you told us when. Why? Why do you think this happened?
What happened?
That, you know, when y'all got out, was people out fighting for you?
Oh, without a doubt. You know, I had my mom, who was my soldier. I had the campaign to end the death penalty. You know, we had the Alice Kims, the Joan Parkers, the Noreen Marlene Marcus, the Noreen McNeiltons. We had you. We had numerous of people that names escaped me, that got out there and fought, strangers that I never knew a day in my life, went out there and fought for me, holding up my banner, saying free Ronald Kitchener, free Marvin Reeves, free Stanley Howard, free Anderson Patterson. We had people that we never known that gave us love, something that you know a lot of our families wouldn't have not done.
Well, that's something. That's something. Is there anything that you would say to them cops right now today if they were sitting in this room?
Yeah, fuck them. I say that because my thing is, why would I wish you a good fucking death, John Burge or Michael Kill? Why would I want to say, hey, hope you died in peace, when the fuck you put me in hell yourself for 21 years? So the same hell you put me in, I hope you living in that same fucking hell right now too.
What about the states of time?
Same thing to them too. Rich Divine, Richard Daly, Dick Divine, and any other body came out there under the act of knowing what John Burge and his torture ring, then fuck them too. I hope when they die, with a foot up their ass, or in somebody's fucking cell, the same way a lot of us and some of us have and will die.
Yeah, because it's a lot of people right now that's still incarcerated
we
because
talking
of
about,
John Burge.
We still talking about, we probably got like 100 or some people still under the John Burge Act, still incarcerated. And they still fighting for lives.
Yeah.
And one of them is Stanley Howard.
Yes, he is. He's still behind bars. 35 years this year.
Still fighting.
Yes. So
should we say, hey, Stanley's still in jail. So the police should be what? John Burge should be what? Come on now. He's the man. Stanley's still suffering. So I want this fucker to suffer. Even in death.
Even in death.
Even in death, I want this fucker to suffer. So I hope he down there with Satan, Elzebub, whatever they call that motherfucker down there in hell. Hope they down there. Hope they down there together playing golf or hell ball together. For real.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your honesty and thank you for coming out and sharing with us about your experience. Again, thank our viewers for coming on.
No, baby, we hug.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.